Hey, do we have any pizza left? Welcome back to another episode of ARK Solo Ascension with me, a half-eaten pizza. We're off to a chaotic start on this episode. I figured this is the perfect opportunity. This is a level 40 male Rex. We do need a breeding male to go with our female that we have now. And this is right along the beach, right near where our base is, where that high level Alpha Rex is. Anyway, that Alpha Rex wandered a little farther down the beach that way. This was our opportunity to get this one now. Oh, I just got scared. I thought something was coming at me. Now, we did come here on foot. Not the smartest idea, but I figured it's fine. The other guy, we were flying around just gathering up some resources, and we saw that that Alpha had wandered a little bit farther down the beach. So we do have time right now to knock this guy out. We got him trapped up with our pretty basic trap here. And we're not overly interested in what level he is. We literally just need him to mate with the female. So it's his lucky day. We're gonna get him. He's gonna have a great life in our base. He's gonna have fun until we need him. I'm gonna go kill something and gather some meat. I'll be back. Actually, you know what? We'll bring you guys back when we're at the base with the Rexes, everything all tamed up. There's no need to show it all off right now. Haha, there we go, guys. We've gotten the Rex back. Now we'll be able to breed our female and this male to get all the females levels onto this one. Maybe even some of the color. I really do like that red underneath. But we will be able to get ourselves a breeding pair, which we will start to use to start stacking mutations. We're going to go for a 20 health, 20 melee stack. We will be needing all of that to beat the bosses. And we are still currently getting some eggs out of our Spinos. We haven't hatched any more yet. I figured I would wait to do that more on camera. Just to keep showing some parts of this. This is all very important when it comes to, especially the breeding. I know our rates are sped up, but it is very important. So I just keep throwing the eggs onto the baryonyx. We've got our fire here, and that's where this is going to be. Now, the important thing, too, is we need to focus on getting some caves done. So what I need to do, there's a little thing in S+, and let me get it out here now. If I go here and I go hatchery, hatch, it's an S+ feature, the S+ hatchery. This collects the fertilized eggs, incubates them down to about 1%, and it boosts egg production of nearby dinos. So essentially what we're going to do here is we're gonna make one of these, we're gonna put it down, and we're gonna use that to gather eggs while we're gone on our mission, so that when in between activities and things that we need to get done, we'll still be able to gather eggs. Again, it's all about efficiency. When you're playing solo on the ARK, there are so many tasks that you need to complete to be able to even get close to beating the game, and this is one of them. So I will collect the resources I need to build that, and we'll be back once we have our taming setup ready. Now, we have built a little corner here, so I put a fireplace down, which is enough to heat the egg up to incubate it. I put some walls in the base here, just to stop them from running around as we incubate it. And we're going to wait for this to spawn. I'll let you guys watch the first birth. And I'll show you what we're looking for when this spawns. First off, we want to look at the level. Level 101. We're going to imprint on this. We're going to take a look at its level. So it's got all the stats we need right there, and it's a male. Okay, so we will get it to follow us, and that's it. That's all we needed. Now, because that'll make a male with these stats, we'll bring him outside. Boom. And we do not want to imprint on this. As you can see, like our rates are turned all the way up. You barely even need to put food in these guys to tame them up. It's not to breed them, sorry. Not the same as on official servers, but we're also doing a solo. I don't have 12 hours to raise a baby. Or I would have to, or you'd be getting a video every 5 or 6 days. So I'm going to stop the breeding here now. This male here can disable mating. We'll grab the egg. I'll show you what we're going to use these eggs for realistically. Again, PETA, if you're watching, I'm sorry. I don't mean anything. I would never do this to real animals, maybe, depending. I'll show you guys here now. What we're going to do is we're going to dump a bunch of these out. All of them. And what's going to happen is just make sure they're all incubating. They're all going to incubate. I'm going to go ahead and do this, which is going to stop them from being able to get out. I'm going to whistle passive, try to keep all of our dinosaurs from attacking. And let's just level this up quick first, just to give you guys an idea of the stats that we have. We have 3650 health right now, and we've got some levels waiting. So what we're going to do, we're going to wait for all these to hatch, and then we're going to use our baryonyx to kill them. So it might seem vicious and brutal, but remember, these are Spinos. Spinos give a large amount of XP, and I will show you guys just how much. Look at this, 32 levels. Because essentially we killed 5 decently leveled Spinos. And by doing this, we can get our health up to 10k and start pumping some melee damage. There you go. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna kill babies to make ourselves stronger. All right. What we're gonna do now? We're gonna come back out here. We're going to grab this Spino, who's now fully grown and mature, and we're going to bring Saucy up here. Now, what we're gonna do with Saucy? We're gonna breed Saucy with her son. This game sometimes. What you have to do in this game sometimes is absolutely hilarious. Okay, well, that's annoying. Mr. Stego, you are in the way. This is our original Stego. This is the one that we got at the very beginning. That level 8, while we were such tiny little survivors on the beach, on the safety of our little island. Alright. We're keeping it until it dies. I don't know. We don't really have a use for it, but there is some sentimental value with it being our first dinosaur that we had on the ARK. Now we're going to set these two up to tame, or to breed together. And just for now, I want to take a look at these stats. 39, 13. So yeah, 39, 13, 350. But we did grab some of the lower stats from the father, which is what we wanted. We wanted to try to drop that level a little bit with stats that were not important, and we're gonna now do this with these two. And by doing that, we're gonna be able to level up our baryonyx. We want to get this baryonyx up to really good stats, as we're gonna have to take it into the swamp cave, maybe the swamp cave. I do like in the swamp cave because it'll stop the Arthros from being able to shoot the acid spit at you, which is really bad when you're in there, because as you guys may know, you need to have a gas mask on. If you lose the gas mask, you start dying, and if you die, you cannot complete the cave. So I'm going to keep doing this. We're going to do a few rounds of breeding here. Hopefully I can get myself another Spino with the exact same stats as this one. That is a female. That's the plan, and then we can use Saucy as our day-to-day mount. We would have a male and female that we can use to replace Saucy. And I have an idea. We lost a lot of footage. I lost about 40 minutes worth of video. I can't really see where I'm going. I'm just blindly jumping through the trees here. Whee. So essentially what we've done is, we're not done the breeding process. We took our low-level Spino that we had, that level 4, and we bred it with our high-level one, Saucy. Now, because Saucy had been leveled up already, a bunch of stats pumped up, we couldn't use its exact numbers to figure out what level. So I went back and I checked the footage when we tamed it, got what the levels roughly should be, and then we went until we got a baby, male and female, that had those levels. Now that we've had that, we call that a perfect pair. Now that means it's got the perfect health and perfect damage and stamina, weight, all the stats you're looking for. It's got the perfect stats for what that gene pool can have, which are these two right here. See how they're both level 122, and if we look at it, they have the 4k health, 315 melee, right? And then what you do is you breed them together. You let them have tons and tons of babies until you get one that comes out with a mutation. Now, a mutation always comes with a color mutation as well as 2 levels. I've leveled the Spino up quite a bit, but as you can see, we got the red color mutation, which is absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. Looks like an absolute menace. We still have the purple up on the tail and the fin from the parents. And as you can see, we've pumped the health up to 15,000, the melee up to 917, and the stamina up to 21. This is now a absolute monster of a dinosaur. The next thing, and I did the Spino first because I'm not going to run the mutations as far with it. I want to use the Spino as a way to kill that level 108. That level 100 Rex down there on the beach. So now we're breeding up our Rexes, right? This takes a little bit longer, just because we had 3 different Rexes to use. We had the really low level, which we still haven't gotten a high level male, but this is the stats that we're going to be working with on the female line. So once we can get this transfer over to a male, this will be our perfect pair. 800 weight, 1344 stamina, 6,380 health, and 350 melee. Not the best stats in the world for a Rex, but once we get a bunch of mutations stacked up, they will be plenty strong for what we need them to do. Granted, if we do need to get a good saddle. This is the area that we're using to breed them. We've got walls built up. They're not fully encased yet. I do kind of like getting the sunlight. I will probably put glass walls and windows around. We have the fire to help incubate the eggs. Yeah, so I'm going to dump all of this into the, just over here into my storage for now. All the stuff that we gathered while we were on that cave run, which decent amount of resources and materials. So let's transfer all of that. Boom. Now what we can do is we'll head over here to our hatchery. Now this is an S+ feature. I'll show you guys what it took to build it. We needed 20 eggs, 50 keratin, and 500 thatch. And it does require refertilizer to grow. The refertilizer... Oh, do I still have my helmet? Yeah, that's the only thing left. But as you can see, this has all these eggs, fertilized eggs, ready for us. Now what it does is anything within its area, and I will show you guys the range. So you see this blue dome. Anything within here that drops a fertilized egg gets picked up by the hatchery, and it gets like incubated up until about the 1%. Anything below 5% it won't pick up, so I can freely drop these. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to drop these eggs down. That's going to spawn us out some baby Rexes because the heat is enough to incubate that last 1%. Keep in mind, our rates are turned very high. So our hatch speeds and our maturity and all that goes up very quickly. None of these are a level 155, which is the level we're looking for. And this is the part that if PETA, if you're watching, you might not want to. We kill them. We just slaughtered them all. Indiscriminately just destroyed. And that's how we've been able to level up our Spino so quickly, because it still counts as killing a Rex. Even though it's a baby, it still counts. So we're just going to keep leveling up our Spino. And I've been also, we're out of meat, but I've been just pumping meat in to try to heal this Spino. So I'll bring you guys back when we have the perfect pair for the Rexes, and we'll end off the episode there. Alright everyone, welcome back. We have officially gotten our first usable mutation. It came out at a level 157, which is 2 levels higher than the 155. And as you can see, it has 6,820 health versus the 6,380 health. So we gained about 500 health on the mutation. So as you can imagine, we can really crank up the health on these. So now the process, because this one came out a female, we have to breed it with the male until we get that 157 on the male side. So we will be finding a 157 male. Then we will be taking the male, putting it in with our cluster of perfect females, and continuing the process again, stacking them up one by one. Oh, such a long process. It has been over 400 eggs so far to get this one mutation. This process can take a really long time, and for that reason, we're gonna go. I'll be back with another episode. Hit a like, drop the subscribe, and leave a comment below if you enjoyed the video so far. And I'll see you next time on ARK Ascension Solo.